Hi, everybody. Welcome to another Prog Report podcast. This is Roy. My guest on this episode is Alberto Bravin, lead singer of Big Big Train. They have a new live album on the way called The Flare and the Lens, which comes out on September 13th, and a brand new UK European tour on the way as well. Geoff and I got a chance to speak with Alberto about the tour, the live album, and a whole lot more, so stay tuned for that. But before we get started, just a reminder to subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us wherever you get your podcasts, on our socials, and progreport.com, and check out our Spotify new progressive rock playlist for music from Big Big Train and a whole lot more. And now our chat with Alberto Bravin from Big Big Train. So how you been, man? What's new with you? We always like to catch up with you.
I'm happy to talk with you. Yeah. Well, it's been good. I'm just back from holiday with the family. I was in Budapest.
Oh, wow.
I've never been, so it was the first time, and it was beautiful. It was hot.
Yeah.
It was crazy hot, but it was really, really beautiful.
Well, that's cool, man. Well, again, it's always good to have you back on. And I think the last time we spoke to you, we did a Wheel of Prog. Was it Queen? Was that the one we?
It was
did?
Queen. Yeah, it was Queen. Yeah.
Very very controversial episode.
It was. It was.
It's a lot of fun. Yeah, so we need to have you back on for another one, but we are actually planning on doing a Big Big Train one, but we're not bringing you on that one because that would be not fair.
No,
because then we couldn't put your album in D, which would be a very, very big
yeah,
problem.
I know your
Very
plan.
awkward.
Yeah.
But anyway, you have a new live set coming out, a big one, three CD, Blu-ray, the whole thing, like 3 hours of music called The Flare on the Lens, comes out on September 13th, very soon as we're recording this. Might be out by the time we put this out. We'll see. But man, so how long have you guys been sitting on that? Because that's you did this. That was your first tour with the band. Was it the first?
No, it was the second. It was like from 2022. I can't remember.
23.
I think it was last
23.
year.
23. 23.
And then the actual set is from the 2 shows that ended it in London. You guys did like every song, and there's so many tracks on there.
It's a lot of stuff.
Yeah. So what do you remember from that tour, and just sort of those London shows? What can you remember from that?
Well, I mean the tour was great fun, and people showed up. So that's the goal, and we had fun, and the 2 London shows. They were like magical. I mean, it was crazy. It was like playing in London at Cadogan Hall. That it's like a beautiful place. Playing there and closing the tour there was a dream. So it was really, really good. And I think we felt the energy there. I mean, I remember maybe I told it before, but I remember coming out on stage night 1 in London, and there was like a lot of people, and everybody was singing the songs, and everybody was clapping, and everybody was with us. So I just felt the energy and said, this is a special night. And it was 2 special nights actually, because the second one was it was not better, but it was like completely different, because we played all different songs, and we played the crazy medley at the end with the brass guys coming from the back of the theater. It was fun. It was really fun. Well, you have to see the Blu-ray. I don't want to spoil.
Well, I mean, there's been a couple of videos out from it. Boy in the Darkness, which is great, and Love is the Life, the track from the last album. So you can get a glimpse of how great it looks. I mean, it's an amazing visual. The theater looks so cool, right? It's such a great place to for your music too, so elegant and really nice.
It was special, and actually it sounds great. Rob Aubrey did like a crazy sounds on the audio side. So I mean, it sounds great, and it was beautiful. It was special, and we had fun. And I think you can see it on the live on the images. I mean, it is. We had fun, and we felt again the energy of the people there. So it was great.
Well, that was one of the things I've had a chance to see it because I'm writing the review for the site on it, and that I mean, prog bands, lots of them approach it different ways. That's the one thing you take away from that show is that all you guys are having fun.
Oh
And I
yeah.
suppose even in previous tours, some of the setup might have been, some of the keyboard guys were sitting down at the back and it was kind of more, but like there's just this crazy energy with
Mm.
everybody moving around.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
really comes across that you guys are enjoying it.
Yeah, yeah, and we had Maria Barbieri
Yeah,
on the guitar on that
Oh yeah.
tour,
yeah,
and she was like crazy good, crazy good.
She's great. I know.
She's great. I mean, she was so well prepared, and she right there, and I think we didn't say anything. I mean, for all the tour, she just knew the songs and played every night, constantly perfect, never miss a
yeah,
note. The sound was great. Uh, I mean, we were
yeah.
like, wow, that's crazy, crazy. And
Were
And she
you?
yeah,
and she does that balance between. I mean, listening to it, she does that balance, which I think it's really hard, obviously, when people are playing other people's parts, right? But
yeah.
she has a really good balance between all the bits that need to be there are there, but she sort of adds her own thing in places as well, which is
Yeah.
really cool, I
I mean,
think.
I mean, we were always laughing with her too. I mean, she's playing like an old dude. Like like she
like
has the
David,
fit.
like David Gilmour.
Yeah, like she has the feeling. Like well, like with like she has like the sound and the feeling uh, of a really experienced guitar player. If
Right.
you play with
Yeah,
her, it's like on stage you always have like the people you have the people that you uh, of course you like to have an eye contact with because of the performance and with the stuff, but then you have also people that you know that you don't need to look at them because you know that they will be perfect. You don't need, you're not scared about it. She was there and she was like so perfect and so into the songs, and she was really really emotional in the feeling and the stuff that what I said, like she had like the feeling of a really experienced guitar player, but she didn't play a lot live in so many occasions. So we were like surprised, like wow, she was amazing. She was really amazing.
cool.
Yeah.
Were you guys playing different sets throughout the tour? Were you mixing it up on different shows? Is that how it went?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we try to mix the shows, and I know this is like a positive and a negative side because when you that's great they didn't play that song yesterday night, but then people said I want to listen to that
Yeah,
song, and they didn't play it. I mean,
yeah.
so so but yeah, well, we try to mix it up. We'll see in the future if we maybe we stick on a maybe on a set list, and then maybe do like an encore, a different encore. Maybe that's, I don't know. I
Right.
don't know. We will see.
Well, you should take isn't it the Taylor Swift approach where there's three secret songs in every set. The
Oh
set's the same
yeah.
apart from three secret. I learned this from people younger than me, but
Really? Really, Jeff?
it's hard to believe, but yeah.
Yeah.
Um, but
Yeah, yeah.
in terms of the like, who is there one person who's the set list person, or clearly you had a long list and then you have the short list? How does that all work within the band?
Well, yeah. We have a we yeah we talk about it. Sometimes it's just it everything happens sometimes after the first tour. I remember that when we went out of the tour, songs appeared on the chat, just we should, like, next time we should play this or this, and that's just ideas. And then of course it's the timings. I mean, well, in the progressive thing, if you cut one song, it could be 16 minutes. So
Yeah.
we need to be careful of and also with the encore, if you do, oh yeah, let's play, I don't know, East Coast Racer as an encore, and maybe
Yeah.
people have the train to catch. And in the theater, you are curfew, you have a lot of stuff to think about it. So the set list, it's a really difficult job.
You know what?
So
You
but
know what's funny? Speaking of that, like the long encore, and I'm going to use as an example, but Haken, for example, like you know those guys, and I love those guys.
yeah, I
You've
love
never
it.
seen
Yeah.
it, but it's very funny because sometimes like you see them on a certain night and it's late and you're tired, and they've been playing for 2.5 hours and it's been great, and then they come back out and they start like one of the
An
30-minute
album.
songs for the encore, and sort of in the back of your head you're going, this is great, but I'm really tired. Like,
I
and
mean,
now 30 more
uh,
minutes is coming. Like, good God, you
yeah.
know?
I have my level of gigs, not to play, but to go see a gig. I mean, more than an hour and a half. I think I lose not the interest because I mean, if I got to see, I don't know, Paul McCartney,
Yeah.
I mean, he can play like 4 or 5 hours, but I mean, after an hour and a half, I lose a little bit of concentration, or maybe my back hurt. If I'm sitting,
Yeah,
my
I think
ass. I mean,
you got to at some point be able to sit if it's a 3-hour show. It's a prerequisite.
I
You
mean,
can't
yeah,
stand in a club for 3 hours. It's too much.
no, it's too
We
much.
were
So yeah,
we were laughing last week because I went my friend had a spare ticket and we went to see the Pixies.
oh
You know
yeah,
the Pixies,
of
and
course,
10 minutes in they were on the fourth song. I go like,
yeah, of course.
this is not a prog gig, and they did like 90 minutes. They probably played 30 songs. Last song, thank you,
Bye
and off
bye.
they went.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's
Yeah,
I
been
went.
perfect show for my wife.
Yeah, of
right,
course.
right, right.
I went to see Rival Sons. Do you know the
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
blues rock
yeah, yeah.
thing? They were crazy. They were amazing. Yeah, they played like less than 2 hours, I think, and it was like boom, 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 like
Yeah.
song after song, and it was like you couldn't like like understand what was going on. It was great. It was a great
Yeah.
show. Yeah, but
Yeah.
but I mean, I like those kind of like in the 2 hours. Them.
2 hours seems to be a good, but then
Yeah.
again, I just saw Springsteen and it's 3 hours,
Oh
and
my God.
I'd go every night if I could. So that's
Yeah, I know. Yeah, well, McCartney, well, Dream
right. Those
Theater,
guys,
we
those
are
Yeah.
guys are allowed as
we
well
are
too.
waiting for Dream Theater's thing. So I
Yeah.
mean,
That's right.
Yeah.
Are you going? Are
Yeah.
you planning on going to that show?
I think
You gonna be
so.
around?
Yeah, they are playing in Zagreb.
Okay.
That it's like a couple of less than a couple of hours from my town. So
Cool.
so not in Italy because like Milano, it's 4 hours.
Yeah.
So I thought maybe that would be better. So I go there. Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
very cool.
Good.
Got the tickets. Yeah, can't wait.
Well, there's another tour on the horizon in what, less than 2 weeks.
It is,
Wow.
and I'm not
Uh,
prepared.
well, I was gonna
I am.
ask, obviously, in that 2023 tour, you actually were kind of previewing Oblivion and Love Is the Light.
Yeah,
And then in the shows you played in the summer, you added in Miramare, I think,
yeah.
to the start of the set. So can you tell us anything about what you have lined up for the
Well,
European tour?
I mean, it will be from one side, it will be more on the new album.
Yeah.
We will play more songs from that because we saw that it was because when we were in the US and we played a couple of new songs, but the most of the set was like the I don't know, the
Greatest hits.
greatest hits. So,
Right.
but it was the first time in the US, so that was the idea. Just because people never seen Big Train live,
Yeah.
so we thought, well, maybe they deserve to maybe to listen to, I don't know, Meat Hole in Winter or East Coast Racer
Oh
or
yeah, no, there was on the cruise like that. The perfect. They
yeah,
were great set lists. Like you played all the
yeah.
songs people needed to hear. So
Yeah, I
yeah,
mean
right
that
on.
was the idea. But a lot of people say, well, but you have a new album. Why you don't play the new songs? So
Mm.
we, for
Mhm.
the festivals, we added Miramare, and but yeah, we will play more of those songs, couple of old ones, and I don't know what I can say.
Cool. And are you going to work in the same basis with a long list and change it up each night?
So we are discussing that if maybe we will um, maybe we will have like a set list, like a fixed set list, but
Yeah.
then we will maybe change something. And we are playing 2 nights in a row at the Border Eye, so that will be 2 different shows.
Cool.
Oh,
So
nice.
yeah,
Yeah, great.
that will be something that second night will be something that we've never done. So
Ah, okay,
yeah,
Mm.
yeah, it will be
cool.
something different. Yeah,
Yeah, little
yeah,
tease. Very cool.
Well, I'm
yeah.
I'm going to the show in Edinburgh in Scotland, so
Oh,
I'll
yeah, of
send you my
course.
wish. I'll send you my wish list.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Of course.
Um,
Can't wait to go to Edinburgh. I mean, I'm a whiskey guy. I love whiskey, so I can't wait to go there and just to see. Yeah,
when you
not
guys
drink.
when you guys came to the U.S., you had a condensed lineup, right?
Yeah,
You had the one sort of
yeah,
horn guy and
yeah.
one less guitar player and all that. It still sounded great. It still really worked. So, is that sort of going to be the moving forward lineup? Or are you going to try to go more with something like that?
Yeah, I mean, the US was like an experiment, and we tried if everything was sounding good and if there was something missing. But I mean, the BB Train arrangements are always been like really dense, and there was like a lot of stuff in the studio versions. So trying to play every single thing that it's in the studio version in a live situation, that it's like a different kind of a situation where even if the sound is great, you cannot really listen to like hearing every little detail. And sometimes the approach in the live situation, it's even better when it's like a little bit more stripped down and
Mm.
Hmm.
a little bit more like direct and there. So that was a little bit the approach, but I don't think we there was nothing really important missing on the arrangements, because I mean
No.
Ricard can play like a octopus, so he can really do everything, and he was doing like the Dave Gregory kind of all the licks and
Yeah.
stuff, and his parts, and Dave Foster guitars, and he was like, and I played a little bit here and there just to do. This time there will be like a couple of more guitar hero moments for me, but
Cool.
so
Cool.
I'll try to help a little bit, and we have also Claire that can play guitar, and
Mm.
I mean we are so lucky to have like everybody is a multi musician, so they like
Right.
NDV can play keyboards, he
Oh,
can
you
play
could bring
guitar,
him out. He could do a solo on
he
guitar,
can,
right?
oh, he can do whatever. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. So we will have a couple of moments where we mix stuff. So so it will be fun, and I think, and also the no brass section thing. I mean, having we. I mean the having the trumpet line, and we are not using backing tracks. We are not like with brass recorded brass on stuff,
Yeah.
because it's not cheating because everybody is using backing tracks. There's no problems on that. But if we are going to play live with that lineup, we wanted to sound like that lineup. So it would be like it is more sincere just to play with those, and just maybe if there is like a important, I don't know, trombone line, maybe a keyboard can do it, or a guitar can play that line. So we just we had like a giant email thread with, oh, you can play that thing, or I can play that thing, and then we will forget, and and then we we'll
and
play.
the fans will be taking notes.
Yeah, I know fans. I mean, fans are really particular to a couple of stuff. I know. So we were trying to stay true on the arrangements as much as we can.
Right on. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what is going on now? Since between tours, I should say, that you've had, and leading up to this, what have you been doing? Have you been writing? What's sort of been going on, sort of behind the scenes?
Well, yeah. I mean, the festivals. There was a lot of preparation for the festivals because I mean, we're not a festival band, so it was like an experiment also, that just to go one shot and play a festival cold. It went well. It was so fun, people enjoyed it, so, and we enjoyed it, so it was great. So there was a lot of preparation for that.
Right.
But yes, we are writing new stuff. We are just bouncing ideas and stuff. We have a lot of new material, and there is actually nothing left from the previous album. It's brand new, because we want to be fresh and having something completely different, and the album will be something that we've never done. So it was
a death metal concept record.
It will be a Norwegian black metal concept about the, I don't know, wood. No, yeah. Excellent. But it will be different. It will be different. Cool. So nice. Yeah.
Cool. And what about, we were joking there about Norwegian death metal and black metal. I mean, what's on you? What do you listen to for fun? I know some musicians, and they go, I don't, I listen to completely different things. Or what's kind of on your playlist at the moment, if we accessed your devices?
Well, let me see. I'll tell you what I'm listening to. Well, actually, I'm in a Black Sabbath phase now. I am listening a lot to the first 6, of course, albums. So that it's the thing. But I mean, I really enjoyed the Anathema new project thing that.
Weather systems.
The weather systems that I was a big. Well, I was a big when I had my really death metal, black metal era
from
my
life. From their early days, yeah.
From the early days, late 90s, I was into that. I was young, but I was into that, and so I was listening to Anathema. How do you say it? Anathema?
Anathema.
Yeah, that's perfect.
What I know.
Anathema. Yeah. And but the Doom kind of like the first things that they were playing, and I was a huge fan for that. And then I mean, all the last albums, they were like great. I saw them live a couple of times. They were like amazing stuff. So I really enjoyed that. And Opeth, I can't wait. There's a new thing. I mean, I love the new single is great. I like it. it's like it's like the right balance
Right.
maybe
It's like a
where
mix of the old and a little bit of
people
what they were recently
people was
doing.
yeah, people were
Yeah.
waiting for the growl maybe again, the
Yeah.
growl vocals again. So I think it will be interesting. I didn't hear like everything, but I mean the single is great, and I really liked it. And what else? I this summer I went to Glenn Hansard gig,
Oh
the
yeah,
the Irish guy. Yeah.
Okay.
yeah,
Uh,
absolutely.
oh, check it out. I mean, he is he's like a songwriter, singer-songwriter, Irish singer-songwriter. But he was in Eddie Vedder band,
Yeah,
I
Okay.
think, and he also he is in the U2 documentary. Like I
yeah,
think he's like the I don't know the music director or something on that. So he is a name in that. He won an Oscar for a
he won
song.
an
I
Oscar
mean,
for the movie
Really?
Once. I don't know if you ever
once,
saw it. The
once.
once it's
So
big. Yeah, I mean he had a he his band were called the Frames,
the
and
frames,
then
yeah,
he went solo. I've seen him. He one of his kind of party tricks is at a gig he'll just come off the stage with an acoustic guitar and stand in the middle of the crowd, and it's
of
like he's a
course.
guy he doesn't need a PA, you know.
No, he just started, and he just well, the band was amazing. He had like a
Yeah,
crazy band, crazy good, and he just started singing, and everybody said, "Whoa!"
yeah,
He had like this really low voice, like really powerful, and it was amazing. It was like I had chills just thinking about it. It was like a great gig, and.
Very cool.
cool,
Yeah, so it is, and yeah, I don't know,
excellent.
maybe, yeah. I mean,
So,
that's what I'm.
so we got a new Big Train tour coming up real soon. What's the first date?
First date is I think the 16th. Let me check because well, we have
Yeah,
like a warm-up show the 16th at Thornton Hall, and then we go in the UK for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 gigs. Then we go to Germany, we go to Netherlands, the Border Eye for 2 nights, and then we go to Norway again. We played last year at the Cosmopolite in Oslo, but it's a
cool.
great place. And then Copenhagen again, and then we finish at Cadogan Hall again in London.
Wow. So yeah, that's a big run, man. Very cool. All the
It
info is
is,
on
it
Big
is,
Train website, Facebook, Instagram, all that. I'm
yeah,
sure. And the new live album, Flare and the Lens, comes out very soon on September 13th.
yeah,
Really exciting, man. Always good to talk to you and catch up. And you guys are always busy. I'm sure we'll have hopefully some new music next year.
yeah,
If we're
yeah.
lucky.
Something
And
will come.
yeah, awesome, man. And what worst case, I'll see you on the cruise because you're coming back to that next year,
Oh
which will be
yeah,
awesome.
can't
So
wait. Yes, of course.
yeah, that was a lot
Yeah,
of fun.
yeah.
All right,
Cool.
man. Enjoy the rest of the week, and we'll talk
You
again
too.
real soon.
Yes. Thank you.
All right,
Thank you,
man.
guys.
See you in Scotland.
Oh yeah.
Hey, thanks for checking out the podcast. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, wherever you get your podcasts. Follow us on all our socials and progreport.com, and we'll see you all again real soon. Thanks.